Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Affinity Legends of Wall Street Trading Room. I'm going to start out today by discussing the markets. We're going to look at a couple of different stocks. First, pre-market, we've had a really tremendous two-day run-up. The market most likely needs a little break. Okay, so you can see that it's gapping down slightly. Bearish markets have a tendency to make sharp rallies and then pauses that are also sharp. So don't be surprised if we get a little bit of a give back day, and believe it or not, a pullback to 103 would still be considered bullish, so 50% of the move up. So if we ran from 160 up to 105.50, a retracement of 100, a retracement down to 103 would actually be totally acceptable and expected. Okay, so realize that we might be ready for a give back day. We've actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 days up, okay, which is very, very common for the end of one month, beginning of the next month. The first stock on my radar today is Pepsi, which is a gap and go. Okay, now Pepsi being a gap and go, it comes from our earnings list. So there's our catalyst right there on Pepsi. Okay, so PEP, gap and go, and check mark. Okay, and or I'm going to put check mark. Okay, so guys, what do we expect Pepsi to do? So Pepsi has gapped up all the way up to here. Now, if it fades, it could fade down to about 96. So there's enough room from 98 for us to fade all the way down to 96, okay, for the initial play. Now, what would be the trigger on the fade down to 96? The trigger would be the break below the pre-market lows. Stop would be above the pre-market highs. Okay, so you're talking literally a 50-cent range there. So if we break the pre-market lows, fade it 50%, first target, 100%, okay, full fade and fill. Okay, when it gets down there, expect for it to start moving back up. Any point of resistance that it had previously will then become a new point of resistance. So any support from the fade down will also become resistance. So let's keep an eye on Pepsi. Okay, it's already gapped way up. Okay, and if it runs up right out of the gate, expect it to run to 100. Stocks that have gapped up on good earnings, okay, Pepsi was a $100 stock, and it could very easily be a $100 stock again. Okay, so we have a game plan on Pepsi. Breaks the 5-minute high, it's a gap and go. Breaks the 5-minute low, it's a gap fade, check mark. Okay, so that's Pepsi. Let's take a look at the MIVS. MIVS is one of these, kind of lower volume stocks. If it does, it's breaking out of its range here. It could get some momentum. So I'm just going to put that on the day trading long watch list. Breakout long watch. Okay. The another one that might run today, and it usually has a tendency to run, is Yum. Okay. Guys, Yum Brands has already made a beautiful earnings run. Okay, it's already up from 77 all the way up to 83. Yum Brands is one of my favorite stocks to trade, only because it has a tendency to really, really run. It's fairly fast moving, even as far as a food company goes. If it does make the move back up, it could potentially get to $80, $86, $87 today. Okay, $86, $87 today. Potentially even 88. Okay, that's Yum Brands. Looks like it's got a fair bit of clear air above the $84 resistance. If it can, I think that this one might be what's called a gap that bullies. Okay, which is Yum. I would be very surprised if Yum does not run today. Okay, a gap that bullies, stock closes here, okay, and then it fills the gap, and after it fills the gap, it consolidates, and then it breaks out again. Okay, so on Yum, it's gapping down. Possibly we buy a little bit. Okay, my stop on Yum would be 50% of this prior bar. So if you look here, guys, 50% of the prior bar, which would be, fairly far away. You're talking about $81. So you got to, probably only take a small position initially. It looks like it's faded its gap pre-market quite a bit. Any break of the prior bar's high is also a trigger. It'll get into that clear air created between the red and the blue moving average, which is the 100 and 200 period moving average. Do you see the whiteboard, Cesar? So we have another stock, okay, from our earnings list, Yum. All right, so we got two stocks. Now, let's go to the next one, okay? We had GE yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful run on GE. Okay, today GE probably will pause. Okay, GE made a beautiful run up yesterday. It ran right into our target at 27.20. Okay, we're probably going to take a pause day. By the way, guys, if we don't take a pause day and GE starts to break above the bars high, not the candlestick's wick, above the bars high, then GE will be all good to go. Okay, meaning it'll be good to make another run up to 27.60. 27.60, yep, almost 28. Guys, I like GE long term. Okay, GE is a great, great long-term play. They're doing the same thing that Honeywell did. Okay, Honeywell made a tremendous, tremendous run when they spun off all their financial assets. This is the run that Honeywell did. So this is a longer-term play. We called it earlier in the year, and the latest catalyst was the buy-in on GE. So that's why we like GE in the earlier part of the year. We thought it would, do something similar to Honeywell. By the way, guys, this is what GE did. It gapped up on that news earlier in the year when we called it initially. And again, obviously, we like GE. This stock has not moved up with the rest of the market during the recovery from the financial crisis. All right, guys. I'm seeing if there's any other stocks. Twitter had news today. Yes, TWTR, Twitter. Okay, guys, Twitter having news. I call Twitter because I have a friend that just follows this Periscope. He loves Periscope. So, Twitter guys, low, potentially higher low. Market makes a low. Failure to make a new low should make a higher high. Okay, now we have the catalyst, which helped put in this bottom. Okay, so there is Twitter. Watch it for a run up to 36. That's where Twitter goes when it puts in a bottom. It has revisited 36 a number of times. So keep an eye on Twitter as well. Guys, Facebook also in clear air. I believe that Facebook will cut through 100 like a hot knife through butter, okay, before the end of the year. Facebook put in a low, failure to make a new low. Okay, Facebook is a little bit of a longer-term swing play, but I think it's got its eye on 100 this time. Whiteboard, swing trade. On any pullback on Facebook, keep an eye on that one for a pullback. Guys, all of our longer-term swing trades Did very well yesterday. JCPenney was the only one that paused. I'm watching for a 1, 2, 3 continuation on JCPenney. So JCPenney, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So JCPenney might take out the highs here. You know, guys, remember, it's going into Christmas. JCPenney's a retailer. Could get up to 11.25 if it breaks out of this 1, 2, 3. So just gonna, you know, give an update on JCPenney. Okay, on Alcoa, guys. Alcoa already up huge. That was yesterday, complete explosion. We called Alcoa. Alcoa continued to go up. MU is another one that did phenomenally well yesterday. Watch MU if it breaks the top of the W. MU is another one. So all of our swing trading plays have been really nicely green. FCAU. I think I called the absolute bottom on FCAU. Beautiful play on that. I'd watch this for any pullback for an add to your position. It probably will get a pullback soon. It's been up for 5 days. Okay? Yeah, Kenny, as long as you come back on at 11, I have to go to meetings in the city today. Okay, guys, the one I'm watching is Pepsi. All right, guys, Pepsi, watch it for the fade. It broke the 5-minute low already. So it broke the pre-market low already, rather. I'm going to put this on a 3-minute low. There it goes, guys. Pepsi fading. Remember that this is just a fade for a check mark that will probably go up later in the day. I'm always happy to see that nobody took any of my trade ideas. That is incredible. Somebody took Yum. Oh, yummy. Guys, Yum going, baby. I got another stock for you too, long, MNK, MNK. Watch this one as a long, it's a little thin. Guys, Yum go, Yum, Yum, Yum. MNK. Look at Yum, guys, stock that, gap that bullies. You want to learn more about my gaps? Take my gap class. This thing is going to explode to the upside, Yum. May have a pullback or two. Chances are, though, by the end of the day, Yum will be up massively. On this one, you got to hold it, right? Because it's an earnings day. You know there's going to be volatility. Get ready, Yum. Yum. Come on, load the boat, Irwin. Come on, Irwin. Offer out some shares. Sell some as she goes. Take some profit, Irwin. God dang it, put out some offers for God's sakes. You sold 100 shares, Irwin. All right. It was a great trade, guys, on Yum. You had to be fast, though. Guys, so there's the gap fade. Let's see if it further fades on Pepsi. Okay? Otherwise, this is a buy setup on Pepsi. Guys, watch for Pepsi to make a move up. This is possibly the start of a very fast check mark. This triggered on a 3-minute basis. Guys, Yum Brands, the out was missed. If you did not get out on the initial run up, this is now going to take all day. Guys, watch Pepsi, guys. Let's see that it puts it a double bottom. Let's see, MVIS. Yeah, guys, that's cancel MVIS. I'm not cool with that. No breakout occurred. Twitter is a pause day. Facebook taking a break. Guys, market's looking like they're going to take a break. I'm focusing on Yum and Pepsi. Guys, Yum looks like it's getting ready to rock, baby. Guys, Pepsi, PEP. Watch it. Might be getting ready to go, guys. It looks like it might have put in its bottom. Low, higher low, possible move up. Irwin, you need to put stops on your trades. Put stops and range orders on your trades. I have no idea how Yum's earnings are going to be, but I would expect that Yum is going to rally more into its earnings post-bell. Pepsi going good, guys. Pepsi going good. Look at Pepsi. Low, higher low. Check mark initiated. If it breaks above the next bar's low, next bar's high, Pepsi ignites to the upside. Guys, Pepsi could have legs all the way up to 99. It could go to 100. Their earnings are out. That what this bar on the candlestick means is that potentially this sold down. Anybody who got out, right? So all the people who bought the stock before the earnings, they took their profit. Then everybody else said, you know what? The earnings really are good. Pepsi's got a lot of upside, up to 100. So that's why Pepsi looks the way it does. Yum, you're going to have to just put a stop below the low of the day and hope it doesn't get stopped out. Okay? This one you need to sell before the close because they have earnings. They have earnings after the close today. Probably will reverse around 82.80. Or 83, this whole number here might be support too. M and K. MNK, guys, looks like a bull pennant. Pepsi, go, Pepsi, go. Pepsi. I hope to God. I mean, Phyllis, why don't you own Pepsi? Phyllis, you want to look for a pullback on this. Probably is going to pull back somewhere in the area of, I'm going to say $97. And at $97, there's a re-entry on this. Yum looks like it's getting better, guys. Yum. Getting yummy. Guys, Yum, if you were looking for a re-entry on Yum, when it breaks above that pullback, this could be looks like a big N. Big N pattern potentially on Yum. If it goes below the low, cancel the trade. Forget about it. Done. Last chance for reversal on Yum at the low of the day. See? Done. Yum is no good now. Cancel it, buy it later in the day, you know, towards the end of the day. Not doing what it's supposed to. Pepsi, guys, watch for a 1, 2, 3 continuation on Pepsi on this red bar. Wait for this pullback to end. There you go, guys. If you want an entry on Pepsi, it dipped right down on Pepsi. Possible good entry. This is the dip that can rip. Okay. I'm just going to put a stop below this bar's low on Pepsi. And I'm going to put a fire and forget target on it. The next key would be a break above that bar's high, and that would be a trigger on Pepsi on the 1 minute. Low, potentially higher low, should make a higher high. Hasn't confirmed the low yet. Yum not doing that bad now. Bouncing a little bit. Guys, look at Yum. Bouncing, bouncing, Yum bouncing. Irwin, load the boat on Pepsi, man. You got another re-entry on Pepsi. Put your stop and your target on. Okay, guys, my stop on Pepsi because I have only small positions. I'm going to put my stop below the low of the day, which is 96.69 is going to be my stop on Pepsi. Remember, I have meetings to go to in the city. $96. My target's going to be just below the high of the day, which is going to be 97.89. 97.89. No, not 97.89. It's too low. I'm going to do 97.99. 98. 97.98. That's my first target. Oh, I did an Irwin right then and there. You know what I did, right? I sold the position. That I was intending to put the range order on. Let's see the cues here. Guys, market is rolling over. This is the pause that I was talking about. Needs a little break, the market. Fortunately, though, for us, Pepsi is not taking a break. Good earnings makes it trade on its own page. Well, it looked better a second ago. It spiked and then dropped. Guys, wait till Pepsi hits that moving average, that rising MA, and then you're going to get a nice re-entry on Pepsi. Right, see, right as that moving average hits that. I might be a little bit early by getting in at 50. Erwin, make sure that your stops cover your entire position. So I'm not showing them covering the whole position. Also note to self, don't switch the high price and the low price. I did a stop on, I did the exact same thing again. And I stopped myself out of Pepsi. Let's watch Yum for later in the day. Market right now is in play and bearish. However, probably ripe for a bounce soon as it comes near the low of the day. Watch Yum here off the double bottom. Pre-market low hit. Okay, guys, I finally got my range order in right. Sorry about that. I was having mental issues today. Guys, Pepsi looking good. Watch Pepsi, guys. Looking good right off that moving average. My stop on Pepsi is going to be underneath this low, which was 96.69. The high price is going to be off the high of the day. High of the day is going to be 97.98. 97.98. Okay. And then the other one I'm going to do is going to be, I'm just going to change the high price. I'm going to put a pie in the sky high of like 99.48. Guys, look at Yum bouncing off that moving average, off the low of the day and the pre-market low. Okay, stop on Yum is below 82. Put 82. The low on this bar is 82.39. Guys, look at Pepsi. Getting ready. Low, failure to make a new low, possible higher low. Let's see if it gets some going, some movement. Now, by the way, guys, if it gets through this moving average, well, the 5-minute looks pretty much the same. It really needs to go here, otherwise the long is in jeopardy. Guys, I would say that this is a, on Yum, this is everybody who already bought the stock for the earnings run, okay? They're taking their profit now before the earnings come out. So there is not going to be an earnings run on Yum until the end of the day. That's why if you didn't take your profit quick in the morning, you know, and there was no bounce at the low of the pre-market, this trade is done. Oh, guys, Pepsi looks like it's going. Yeah, Pepsi. Good thing Phyllis sold it before it worked. Phyllis, you got to hold on to your positions. Put stop and targets on them. Otherwise, none of your trades will ever have a chance to work. I'm sorry to have to say that, but I've been watching your trades, and I need to just make that note and that mention. You got to put a stop on, a target on, let the trade work. Guys, you got to realize, you know, you guys put like stops on things. This stock is a $97 stock. Okay, it's $97. What's 1% of $97? $1, right? So if you put a 10 cent, what is 10 cents? One was it 1,000%? What is it? 1%? That would be way too tight. One 1,000%. Well, you know, I mean, it's 1,000. Just realize, put things into perspective of percentages. If If you're trading a $90 stock and you're going to put a 10-cent stop on something for 50 shares, yes, you'll only lose $5, but you're probably guaranteed to lose that $5. So why guarantee yourself a loss? Yeah, 0.1%. That's thank you, Rick. I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction, Rick. Pepsi, guys, if you have a position like Irwin, probably good to sell some Pepsi here, Irwin. You have a lot. Yum washed out, might bounce now. Guys, watch Yum. First time we've had a green bar. Okay, we put in a bottom on Yum. If we put in a double bottom, it'll even be better. This looks like a stop run on Yum. Erwin, I have no idea what you're doing. Do you want help? All I know is I see all kinds of crazy going on in Erwin's account. What do you want me to do, Erwin? I see you sold some Pepsi, which is good. Sold a little more Pepsi, you're good. I'd sell one more 100. There you go. Okay, on Yum, just put on your stops. Now you can use the low of the day on Yum as a stop point. Right? Watch for a 1, 2, 3 continuation. Put a stop underneath the low of the day. Okay, it should pull back a little bit. You might want to add a little bit if you still have it. Because if it puts in a double bottom, you know, I would probably wait on the Yum because it will probably put in a double bottom, maybe even wash out this low again. We don't short tops or bottoms. We don't go long bottoms and we don't short tops. We buy double bottoms that are hooking back up. Okay? Guys, GE, by the way, just did the same thing as yesterday, just continuation up. GE, very strong, like I said it would be. So if anybody's still long GE, good job, nice hold. Oh. All right, guys. My two trades, I have two trades. I have Yum, which I nibbled on a little bit near the lows, and I have a stop on it, not too much. Small position on Yum, and I have a decent position on Pepsi, which I believe will go higher. I'm probably going to just sell half because it's very close to my first target on Pepsi. My first target on Pepsi . And Phyllis, please don't take it personal. I'm trying to make a lesson out of what I see people doing. It's corrective. That's the whole point of me seeing your trades, is to give me to let me give you advice as to what you need to do to get this more successful. If I can find out what my limit order price is. My limit order price is at $97.98 on some Pepsi. It's at $97.80. Not a bad trade, guys, on Pepsi. Also, look at Yum from the lows. Yum put in a higher low now, right? So Yum is a good trade. Yeah, because you don't act, Erwin. You had a profitable trade. You were up $300 in Yum. You just had to sell. Guys, look at Yum. Low, higher low, higher low. Okay, watch Yum if it continues to make new highs. This one could be pretty interesting. Guys, there goes Pepsi. Mike S., please get that paperwork back to me if you haven't already done so. I haven't checked my email yet, but guys, there goes Pepsi. Nice spike up on Pepsi. Guys, watch Yum as it rallies into the earnings after the end of the day. Okay? Guys, I got to go get ready for this meeting. I'll see you all later. Is that you, Larry, number 15? Larry, are you number 15? Okay, cool. No, we got the paperwork, but we did not. I think we had some other things you had to fill out. Did you send that? Mm-hmm. So we sent you an email about what else we needed. Some signatures and stuff. If that's all been provided, we should have you up and running today. I'm going into the office now. Yeah, check it again. Because it's definitely been sent, like, I sent it, like, yesterday. Again, like, Nancy from my office sent it. Guys, Yum getting some momentum. Guys, look at Pepsi. Now a green bar on the 5-minute. As long as it stays above that moving average, you're good to go on Pepsi. Nat, nice trade on Pepsi. Nice hold. Guys, look at Pepsi go, baby. Yee-hoo! Woohoo! All the carbonated waters fizzing to the top. Pepsi, take your profits, guys. This is a great place to take some profits. Erwin takes either 1,000 shares or 100 shares. It's like there's no in between. Guys, I just sold some of my Pepsi a little early. I know I was waiting for 99, but close enough to target. Guys, I think Pepsi is going to be a great late day breakout. Buy on any midday pullback. Let me take a look at the AC before I go. Yeah, BAC moving, guys. Watch BAC. If it breaks out above the high of the day, load the boat because it's going to go up to 1640. That's daily clear air on BAC. Guys, I'm watching the YUM for a low and then a higher low or a double bottom. Watch Pepsi, guys, for, I think Pepsi's a buy somewhere around, you could either buy it here at 75, 76, right? Like right around here. Okay? Or you can wait till it pulls back to around 97.40, 97.30. Guys, DuPont was a good gap and go. I completely forgot about it last night. Yeah, they gapped up huge on announcing that they were missing earnings. So, whatever. I wasn't sure how that happened, but. Guys, watch YUM now. Double bottom, bounce on YUM. Watch it go now, guys. Low, higher low. It literally went down to 82.35 and bounced 20 cents off that level. Guys, watch DD for potential running out of steam reversal. Okay? All right, guys, I'll be back. I won't be back today. All right? I'm going to take off here, guys. We had a great trade on Pepsi, P-E-P-E. I mean, P-E-P, Pepsi. I still think Pepsi's good up until 99.60 on Pepsi. Okay? I think YUM, although may not bounce here, I think YUM will make a rally into the close. So watch YUM for some midday lows to get an entry. And then the last one is DD. Probably will run out of steam. It's hitting the daily resistance level after a huge short squeeze on a strange set of news. So keep an eye on that one. And then the last one is the QQQ. Okay, market's giving back a little bit today, but I think that they're probably going to bounce at the daily low. Probably today will end a doji. All right, so trade well, everybody. See you all tomorrow. Pepsi was the